to you by Get It In TV. Today we're on a platform and we got a guest, Juice Jigg, aka Juice Gigolo.
Let me get this thing together now.
The creative director, the executive director behind what we love to call Get It In TV. Today we're gonna ask him everything, what brought the idea, like some of the vision. So I'm just, really happy that we doing this today, y'all. So give it up for my boy Juice Jigg, y'all. Give it up. Okay, man. So what's up, man? Tell us a little bit about yourself, man. Tell us a little bit about yourself.
A little bit about yours truly, man. Juice Jigg, Juice, whatever had you. From the south side, you gotta know, from the low end to the mountain. That was
low end.
You feel me? I grew up, when I was born in the PCs, you know what I'm saying?
Okay.
27 and
Prairie Courts?
Around that area,
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Then we moved around a lot, I got 5, 6 brothers and sisters, so we always was moving around. So from there, we moved to the Wells, to Stateway, to Robert Taylor's. We lived.
Some of the most prominent hoods in Chicago.
Yes, man. Motown, Pocket Town, Jeffrey Manor.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Like I went to school on the low end. Well, it ain't quite the low end, but it's the whole around the whole. I went to Terrell. Graduated from Mary C. Terrell.
That's 55th Street.
Yeah, right there on 53rd and 53rd, 54th and State.
Okay.
Boom. From there, I went to do Sabu. You know what I'm saying? This was like in the 90s. You feel me?
Okay.
I graduated from there. And then, from there I was just, like my younger years, I was a hothead, I ain't gonna lie. I was just out here doing whatever, trying to make some money, you know what I mean?
Okay.
Trying to feed the family and just try to stay out of a lot of stuff, man. So one thing you gotta know about your boy, I'm like one of the most humblest dudes that you'll ever come across. Like,
very important out here in Chicago.
Yeah, you know what I mean? I'm not afraid to take the back seat. I don't got a front line everything, you know what I mean? And I feel like by me being humble, it kept me out here this long, you know what I mean? Like I'm 38 years old and I done seen the 80s, the 90s to the early 2000s to the 20 teens and now we in the 2020s. So it's like I've been out here like throughout all of those decades, and one thing that I knew is that you had to stay out the way, you know what I mean?
Yes.
And by going to the joint and all this crap, I noticed and I learned that you have to mind your own business, really.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Everybody business ain't nobody business, man. Somebody told me that a long time ago, and I always took heed to it because I done seen people that was just lingering around, or they was with the wrong crowd, and they end up put in some bullshit that they didn't really have to get put in had they just stood on their own too, you know what I'm saying? Stayed 10 toes down. Ain't nothing wrong with that. You ain't gotta pick a side all the time. You can make your own lane and be respected by both sides. You feel me?
Yes,
and that's how I was able to maneuver. Like I used to go through hoods. This was back in the day. I ain't had no car, nothing. You know what I mean? So me and some of the guys, or sometimes it'll just be by myself. I'm walking from literally Pocket Town all the way to the low end. I'm walking from State to the Lake, literally. You know what I'm saying? I'm walking through all these hoods, like, and I never really had no problems. And I credit that to just how my demeanor is. You know what I mean? I don't carry that bad spirit and no bad energy with me.
Yeah.
If you know me, I'm about getting some money. I'm about gigalophalacy exactly. You know what I'm saying? Of course. And I'm just a humble dude, you know what I mean? Like, but at the same time, I got a side that don't nobody want to see. I don't want to see it because I done got to a lot of trouble like that. So, throughout the course of the years, man, I had to work on me and become the best me that I could be. Now, segueing into Get It In TV, like I said, we come from a big family. I got 6 brothers and sisters, right? So we always had dreams and aspirations of like just making it. You know what I mean? Like when I first graduated high school, I was the first one of my mama kids that graduated. You know what I'm saying? Then behind me came my brothers and sisters. I played football. My little brothers and played football. You know what I mean? And it was just like I knew at one point that they was looking up to me at a certain degree. So I always had dreams of like bringing people together. If you know me, I like to organize things. I like to bring people together and we all have a good time. You feel me?
Yeah.
And so what I did was, at first we came up with a non-for-profit, which was CEC.
Citizens Empower Citizens.
You know what I mean? And it was a family-based organization, and we was doing like non-profit work, going out helping the homeless, helping out underprivileged kids, putting on for the city, like in certain areas, like mainly the South Side. We was having back to school drives, having an end like summer kickoffs. You know what I mean? Just touching the community and trying to get a feel of what the community needed, and just trying to be um, that positive influence. You know what I mean? And so through that, you know, we had a lot of ups and downs through it. But one thing that we learned that, you know, the people need us just as much as we need them. And so from there, I always had like a drive for like media and being behind the camera. Like I used to have a video camera back in high school. It had got burnt up in the fire, but I would always record things, and you know what I mean. I always like to put clips in together. So I had this idea one day. I was like, man, if I had a company, or if I could do this full time and make it into a really something big that could unite people and help them live their truths and really give back to their community, what would I do? You know what I mean? So I just thought about it, I was like, man, get it in TV. And I just kept on saying it, kept on saying it. And then from there, it just blossomed into a movement. I would just say it in my raps. Or we just kicked like, hey, yo, I'm about to get it in again. You know what I mean? And it just took off from there. It really just took shape and form in a whole lot of people's lives too, because they saw how passionate, like, fam, he saw the passion behind it, you know what I mean? Because every time we'll be kicking it, I'm always saying, so get it in TV. And then I had the YouTube channel too. I was developing that, you know, and you know, it was just something that encapsulated everybody, you know what I mean? It captured their interest. So I felt like, man, why not bring everybody into it? So we developed the team, and now here we are, you know.
Here we are.
Get it in
TV. So
Get it
look,
in TV, baby.
I hope y'all were able to really grasp what Cuz said, because he really broke down a lot as to like the origin and where the spark came from. You know what I mean? So right now we're getting into a couple questions, a little more in-depth questions as to, you know, just to shed some light. So you know, you already explained, you know, where it started, where the idea came from. Let's just start with what are, like, I would say, what are 5 things that you hope to see from Get It In TV? Not just, well, answer how you want, but what are 5 things that you hope to see from Get It In TV from when you started? You know?
Okay, from where I started at was basically just from the ground up, from the ground to the mud to the dirt, and then we on the cement right now, like still ground level, but we making moves though, you know what I'm saying, making progress. But the first thing is just awareness. Okay. You know what I mean? I want to be able to bring forth people that's just within any genre, whether it be music, whether it be dancing, art, artistic expression, or just anything positive. You know what I mean? I want to be able to bring a light to that, because a lot of people in Chicago mainly, you know what I mean, they go unsung because they not rappers, they not part of the drill, and they not in that aspect of it, but they still have a lot of talent, and I feel like they not getting the light shine on them because of all of the nonsense that's going on and shit, right? So that's the first thing. The second thing I would say is I want to be able to organize people, because with organization, it comes conversation, you know what I'm saying? You able to share your network and your resources with people, you know what I'm saying, which is going into the third part. So I would say organization is the second one. The next one is being able to network and share resources amongst each other, because I feel like we are powerful people. This is a great city, and we got a whole lot to offer. As you can see, people take from our culture every day without giving us the credit, without, you know, really trying to be a part of the solution rather than being part of the problem. You know what I mean? Whether it be them blogging about the newest person that's that got killed, or trying to keep up rivalries and bitter and hard feelings between people, it just seemed like we became a magnet for that. So we got to change the shape of that. And I think through networking and sharing resources with people and really being able to come up together and build like a family-oriented aura amongst us, you know what I'm saying? I feel like that could cancel a lot of that out. Fourth thing I would say is we gotta bring the love back, man. Yes. You know what I mean? We gotta be able to tie that thing back to the love, because it's a lot of people out here, don't get me messed up, man. Like, a lot of people got problems with a lot of people, but it's still a lot of love in between that too. Yes. You know what I mean? Because you got people on both sides, whoever they is, they have loved ones and they might know some of the people that they get to with their loved ones, you know what I mean? And they might be cool, but what's preventing them from having a relationship that's gonna be beneficial is because they beefing it, so they gotta choose a side. And I feel like we gotta be able to put aside the petty differences to get the bigger bag. You know what I'm saying? And the bigger bag is just not about money. It's about um, being able to show our city got more to offer. Being able to thrive out here within these markets, within these um, within these industries. You know what I mean? We got to be able to really put our foot down and, you know what I'm saying, make our mark. Let history write the right things about us.
Yes.
So I would say that we got to bring the love back. And then the last part is we got to be able to. I made the channel because I wanted to leave something for my kids. So it's like almost like a generational thing. I want them to see, okay, that I had more to offer. You know what I'm saying? Well, I'm leaving them something that's a legacy. You know what I'm saying? And to show them that hard work actually do pay off. You know what I mean? So those just a few things though, you know what I mean, why I started it, man, because if you know me, I'm a thinker. You know what I'm saying? I'm not only the muscle, I'm the thinker too. So I'm always thinking about giving back or going or pushing the culture forward or pushing the agenda forward so we can, you know what I'm saying, all come up, man. And I ain't stingy with this either, you know what I mean?
That's powerful. I mean, those 5 things that you spoke about, you say love, you say organization, you say awareness. Man, you said so many great things that is kind of overlooked in the city of Chicago. You know what I mean? Out here, we so used to be just being rough. We so used to being just staying strong and standing strong that sometimes we forget to show love or we forget to accept love. Sometimes we forget to collaborate. Sometimes we want to just do it on our own. Sometimes we got an idea so stuck in our head that we think we the only ones that can manifest it. When if we collaborate, we never know what the other person can offer. So
man.
that was huge. That was very, very huge.
You know, it takes more. That's what they say. You know, it takes more than just a mom and dad to raise a child. It takes a village.
A village, yeah.
And it's like our village has been plumbing. I mean, it's been pilgrimed. I mean, pillaged. And,
yes.
You know, and pilfered and shit. So it's like, how do we rebuild that to the point to where we can raise our kids and raise the ones that's coming after us? You know what I'm saying? And we just have to have that organization. We have to have love within our hearts enough for each other and ourselves to be able to build. You know what I mean?
That's a fact. That's a fact. Okay, cool. That was a very good one. If there are 3 Chicago celebrities in the entertainment business that you can work with, who would they be?
3 throughout Chicago?
Mm-hmm.
I would say, man, okay, look, I'm gonna say first of all, I want to, you know, link up with JoJo Capone, man.
Okay.
JoJo Capone, an East Side legend. He really a city legend. He a big brother, and he's a mentor to a lot of guys out here. You know what I mean?
Okay.
I feel like he has a lot of ideas that actually help a lot of Chicago artists and just the city within itself as well. You know what I mean? He come across as a good guy. He has some good ideas, and you know, I follow him. I look at some of his videos, and sometimes I take notes on like, man, you know what? That's a good idea. So I feel like he'll be you know what I mean, a big part of reconstructing the city if given a chance, though. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So that's one. Now you said 3. I'm gonna say actually, Chance the Rapper too, man.
Chance the Rapper.
Chance, I feel like is
positive vibes.
A positive vibe type of person. I feel like he's a philanthropist. Mm-hmm. He champions Chicago wherever he goes. Yep. You know what I mean? When you see him, you see Chicago. Yep. You know what I mean? And I feel like he almost like the ambassador to everything Chicago because he supports it. You know what I mean? And he got a good head on his shoulders, and he came up with the activism, and his parents come from a good background. You know what I mean? So I feel like he's a person that can bring in like worldly people as well. You know what I'm saying? And be able to, you know what I mean, host some things that might be able to get a light shown upon Chicago. You know what I'm saying? The right way. And he got connections as well. You know what I mean? Because he's in the industry. And last but not least, it's really like 2 people, man.
Oh, we can do. Hey, add on.
I want to say, okay, we said JoJo Capone, Chance the Rapper, and then I want to say I want to say Common, but I feel like without like Common and Kanye.
Okay.
You know what I mean? But if I had to go with one, I don't know. I can't even go with one. I'm gonna just say both of them.
Hey,
Common and Kanye.
four
Man.
people. I definitely should have said five, but hey.
You know what I'm saying? I say Common because Common always had this conscious vibe about him, man. He was a great thinker, you know what I mean? He's giving back to the city as well, man. Like he has a school open up on the east side, you know what I mean? I feel like that was big, and you don't hear a lot about that, and I wonder why not, but that's a great thing for somebody to come in and actually open a school, whether it's a charter school or whatever, you know what I mean? That's big, you know what I mean? Because education is essential. You know what I mean? I don't know where I would be without it. Cause I didn't been to school. I've been to high school, college, vocational schools, and all that. You know, and I always knew that the more I knew, the more I would grow. You know what I mean? So I always try to put that first. I'm always learning something, and I feel like he's a champion of that though. You know what I mean? The education and tying into social commentary with what's going on with the streets and what's going on in the corporate world or real estate or something like that as well. You know, I feel like he's a great person that could champion that. You know what I'm saying? He could tie in that conscious aspect of what people need to think about. You know what I mean? Like the greater good. Think about themselves, love themselves, bring peace to their lives and shit like that. And Kanye, I feel like his business acumen and his dedication to what he does though. You know what I mean? We've seen this brother come up from making beats and producing and to rapping to designing. You know what I mean? So it's like he has a lot to offer the city. He even just within picking his brain to see, man, what made you want to do this, or how did you get these connections like that? Like what sacrifices did you have to make? So I feel like his story is yet to be told. Like people know him right now for the craziness or the antics, the outrageous things he might say sometimes. But we have to understand this too. He's a proponent of a component of mental health as well. You know what I mean? He struggles with that, and there's a lot of people out here that do as well. And we can't write these people off because you know what, they part of our culture, they part of our family, they part of our communities. You know what I mean? And I feel like with him, he can tie that aspect into like mental health and how he deals with things on a day to day. Because somebody need to hear that though. You know what I mean? Somebody that's looking up to him right now, and they might be going through the same things. They need to feel reassured, like man, I could do it too. Then you know what I mean? I feel like he'd be the perfect person to talk about that. You know what I mean? So yeah, they're my top man. Them would be like the three or four people I would want to work with. You know what I mean? Or even just have a conversation with them to see what type of strategies and plans they might have for the city though.
That's a very powerful answer. Very powerful answer.
Yeah, man.
And you named some very powerful people out here in the city that's actually making moves. So that was a very, very good answer. My last question, and then I'll open up the floor, is if you had to choose three, forget it MTV, meaning like you got networks, you got people operating and doing projects out of those three cities, what would those three cities be?
Okay, you already know. Look, you know this headquarters, Chicago headquarters.
City.
This headquarters right here. But outside of here, I want to say we gotta have Miami, man. I ain't been there yet, but Cuz told me nothing but good things, and I could tell a vibe. You know what I mean? Like when I look at, I have some people that's down there. I mean, it looks like it's a fun place to be. It got a lot to offer, and it's a tourist destination, right? So you'll be able to touch a lot of lives, touch a lot of people out there.
Yes.
Okay, I'm gonna say Miami. Then I'm gonna say LA too, man. Like you know, I've been to LA a few times, and the vibe out there was crazy. It's real relaxed, you know what I mean? And I just like the people out there, you know what I mean? They're a little bit more open to speaking with you and sharing their thoughts. And I know quite a few people out there that's good hearted, and I feel like you know that's a good base because again that's the
resources.
Yeah, a lot of resources, and it's a lot of people, and it's a tourist destination as well. And I would say the last place would have to be it had to be somewhere in the south, man. Um, I would say maybe either Dallas or Atlanta. No, I would say Atlanta or Houston or something like that. Okay. I'm gonna say Atlanta because that seems like it's the black metropolis now. Like it's the black Hollywood, as people say, you know, and you got a lot of culture down there. You have a lot of trendsetters, a lot of people that's putting on, you know what I mean, from everywhere across the like from all across the United States. You know what I mean? So yeah, I'm gonna say Atlanta, man.
Those are some powerful cities. You hear a lot about those cities. And
Yeah.
far as us being a production company and entertainment, those would be actually some prominent cities to be in to just create good content.
Don't get it twisted. We will be touching bases down there too, man.
Yes, we
all
will.
of those cities and more. So
Yes,
just get ready.
Yes,
Get it in. Feel me?
Get it in TV. Hey, this was a pleasure. We just had an interview with the creator and the originator of Get It In TV, and he really paved the way for us all to join. And it's a pleasure to just collaborate and just share ideas and to manifest ideas. So, you got any other things you want to say to the people?
Yeah, I just want to say, man, y'all just be on the lookout for what we got coming up. We got a lot of good things, man. A lot of good programs, a lot of aspects of just not only Get It In TV, but we got subsidiaries and we have things that branch off into other parts of our life too. You know what I mean?
Indeed.
So where you gonna be able to see us in a whole different light as well. Just be on the lookout. We on YouTube. You know what I mean? I'm gonna actually start another channel because the other one is a little bit outdated. But we gonna be on that on Instagram. We got Get It In TV. Just everything Get It In TV. You know what I mean? We ain't messing with the book like that.
Yeah.
But Instagram, YouTube, what else? Snapchat. We'll get a Snapchat.
All social media platforms.
All social media platforms go find us. You know. And shit, that's about it, man. Peace and love.
Peace and love. So yeah.
Love life, be loyal.
Love life and live loyal. You hear me? So there you have it. Brought to you by the platform, sponsored by Get It In TV. You know, the platform is a show where we bring in people from all over Chicago who are just of influence, of substance, of some form of artistic expression, or just some form of, like I said, substance. And we're going to have a lot more interviews coming to you. The name of this segment is called The Platform. We create a platform where people can get up here and show and tell and explain where they're coming from. So thanks for tuning in. We got more comments. Stay tuned to Get It In TV. This segment is The Platform. We out.
You hear me?